gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils let me get this shit.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me sick. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking. Bring it back!
You gon' die for your crime, that's right, talking to you. So for your life, try to destroy my people, you gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear, till the devils let me get this slaughter.
Whoa. Damn right, I'm a U.P.K nigga, straight out of one west of and test me the best to the niggas who's living trying to contend with the stress, going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed, slaves, niggas is dying off in waves, living in dirt and now it's a grave, niggas crosswalk through the crosswalk, or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid, Americans killing us, saying they fearing us with the drugs in the hood, now my niggas delirious with a gun in my face, all because of my race, quick boom flash, with the skills to murder my ass, like a chief in the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder, baptized with these words, never dipping in water, so now we praising the Father, give strength to the Father that's looking for the water, this fucking taking our daughters, nigga, it's war time. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green lights on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, or get your ass up. Cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. Reaping what you sold, meaning giving back what you gave for it. Clean slate, you try to imitate. You was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
One at a time, man. Giving a little to expose what you consider to inspire. Doing my right shit. But getting your ears a pastime. So in a minute, I'm pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, flash rhyme. Kinda simple if you feel it, cause your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. This the exact thing on the your ass fried. Bombs from the sky. Rich devil lullaby. Living it fly. Hope you got a alibi. Bombs from the sky. Rich devil lullaby. Devil misses high. See him from the parking lot. Devil finna brawl out. Devil's finna fall out. All our warfare nightmares in the big house. And murdered us for years and thinking shit won't turn around. I never learned that this motherfucker burns down. Yeah, the streets. Holding the breach. All of you angels bring hope to this beast. You rule for time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring hope to this beast. Remember them times we hung on the trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them shit. They brought us the fleets. Fuck, they apologize. Bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is going to destroy his empire. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth.
All my niggas ride for me. I got niggas that'll die for me. You niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood, cuz, man. Blood get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap built like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. You niggas ain't built like that. You was never on the block, you ain't never dodging knock. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the park. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the gators. You was never fucking popping, you ain't got no fucking haters. Bitch niggas like you make me watch out for the traitors. When you around some real niggas, mind your behavior. I will beat a nigga ass, then I'm laughing like I'm jaded. Get your fucking mind blown like a cartridge on a Sega. You niggas want attention, they don't want the war though. Talking all that shit, but you got a glass jaw, ho. They never deliver. They got that DiGiorno. This that Walking Dead flow. I eat a rapper torso. You ain't the same man once you off the microphone. You ain't never broke a bone. You ain't never had a scar. You was certified pussy, so don't make me pull your card. I'm a certified prophet, respected like the word of God. Cause you ain't got the heart, nigga. You ain't got the heart. You ain't about to finish any beef that you start. You ain't never been a soldier, little nigga. Play your part, claiming that you spark. When you ain't got the heart, cause you niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood cuz, man. Blood get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood cuz, man. Blood get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. All my niggas ride for me. All my niggas ride with me. I got niggas that'll die for me. All my niggas ride with me. Niggas ain't.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life, took us to a place where ain't no safe there. Poisoning our food and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, the robber Lincoln shit tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, died for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites.
One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
From Yasha'Allah, sons of the power, rise from the ghetto and Satan want us to devour. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Want to be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I died for them brothers I'm facing east with. All my Israelites, practice, try to get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there,
I got
reporting live.
a sword, but I'm in the middle of moving, so it's in my other part. That's why I'm right.
Israelites, blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Go through it, Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. All my Israelites, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Go through it, Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the bloody reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection. A part of God's election. Shot at the resurrection. Through us achieving perfection. Give life, take sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. And sleeping more fights, more wisdom, more strife, telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. Even dead, because Christ paid the price for the way they give their life, the life of an Israelite.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites, blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Go through it because we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites, blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Go through it because we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Shalom, for the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I'm on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command GEN.YAHANNA. Since 1969, we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians our true identity according to the Bible, which is the Lord's chosen people, or the 12 tribes of Israel. And according to the scriptures, it's the only nation upon the face of this earth that the Lord gives a damn about. And of course, that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And today is the Friday night Lashawan Qadash class, or the Holy Tongue, where we teach our people, our culture before it was stripped from us through slavery, through the oppression that we've been under for over 400 plus years by the hands of this rabid beast that rules America. Right. And so right now we're going to be going over the alphabet like usual. You understand? Don't take the alphabet lightly. This is definitely something that our people have to get in, get in the motions of learning and the writing out and the speaking in order for us to properly take back our language. Right. You understand? You got the Jewish man over there and what he calls Israel claiming to, speak Hebrew, to know Hebrew. You understand? And there's a lot of our people out in the world that are simply, taking what it is that he says is 100% fact. Right. Knowing damn well that he is nothing more than a liar, you understand, a thief and a murderer. That's how these people are. So there's no point in us taking what they say is, the God honest truth. Right. You understand? And we're going to be, going over a few things a little bit later in the class about, the Jewish man not really speaking Hebrew, the Jewish man not being of the Lord's chosen people. So, but come apart. I'm gonna go ahead and have you come up here, and write out the ancient Hebrew first, and the Syrian Hebrew. Make sure you leave enough space for your characters as well.
Go. Like, is that big enough on the screen?
Yeah. Come down a little bit on that.
More?
Yeah, on that last line. Just so you have enough space. It's like put a little bit more of a hook at the end of that. At the end of it.
That?
I'll take it. Because you know, if you didn't do that, then it, like somebody could easily mistake that for a ka from the Syrian Hebrew.
Come. Not good. On that touchdown?
I don't know she was done. Think of think of like a line and then a Z.
Oh, so like, hey.
John. Zoom to that one, boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. John, yep, that's perfect. And so this right here is the ancient Hebrew alphabet. I'm saying those strange symbols above, you know, the letters. That is like, so if you're writing it out, if you're reading it, that's how it would originally show up in books and whatnot. So you got your Abba, Gada, Ha, Waza, Ka, Taya, Ka, Lama, Na, Sa, Ipa, Tazakwa, Rashata. So I'm going to give viewers a second to write it down. And you'll notice when we go to the Assyrian Hebrew, how you say it will never change. So if you could move forward, go ahead and write down that there's no voice up there.
Okay.
So write down no. So there's no E's, U's, V's, or J's in ancient Hebrew or Assyrian Hebrew. It's like your or O's. Put a divider line over between that and the. So if you're out here in the world claiming to speak Hebrew, but you throw a J or U or E up in whatever it is you're trying to say, you are speaking Hebrew, you're speaking Yiddish. And that's what the Jewish man speaks is Yiddish. And you can go look up the Yiddish alphabet, and he's going to have all types of E's and U's, B's, J's, O's, all up in there. He's going to even add his own characters to said alphabet. So give the viewers a second to write that down.
Yeah.
I'll get you something to write on. No problem. No. No, yeah, you can write on. Looks like it's trying to focus now. So we might have to, it doesn't want to focus. Yeah, because yeah, that's the only reason.
Right.
Yeah, so we definitely can type it.
You know, like a good way on remembering this, you know, basically studying, you know what I'm saying? Checking them out, you know.
Right.
You know. It was hard at first, you know what I'm saying? Basically studying, looking over them, you know what I'm saying, every week, going through them, writing them down, you know what I'm saying? That's the best way, you know. I mean, it looks easy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's harder than it looks, you know what I'm saying, when you write it down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Best way is to get this, you know, down, is writing it out, you know, go to class, you know what I'm saying, every week, writing it out. You know what I'm saying? It'll come to you, you know what I'm saying? It took me months. It's a lot of it.
Hey, you ain't the only one.
No, God.
It took a lot of brothers months.
Right,
A lot of brothers months.
Right.
Saying as whatever study tool helps you best. Whether you're verbal, you like to see things, you like to hear things. I'm saying Captain Qadash brought it out. What was that yesterday during the scripture breakdown class?
Right. Brothers' names, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit.
Oh, that's a great one.
You know what I'm saying? God.
Once you get it down, you know, you might forget it again, but once you
Like I say,
look over it, you got it.
so that ain't gonna help. The brothers' names ain't gonna help you with that Hebrew.
Oh, hell no.
Characters. That's why it's important to just sit down, study things. It's gonna take maybe 15, 20 minutes out of your day in order to learn this alphabet.
Right, that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Really though.
Straight up.
I say brothers that have taken their officer's test, you already know. Shoot. Once I sit down, put a little bit of time into it, you know, you can remember all these things.
Right. You know, I took my officer's test, you know, I'm telling you, passed, but still, you know, it's the hardest. I ain't gonna lie, I was like,
Yeah.
that should be blank. I don't want.
Right. Hey, it took me a few times to pass my officer's test.
Right.
I was sitting there like, what the hell am I doing wrong? It
Right.
looks right to me.
right. No joke.
It's probably one of the hardest tests brothers will ever take in their lives.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We're in school, you know, it was easy. You know what I'm saying? The ABC, if they had A, B, C, D, you know, choices,
Right.
it'd be easy.
Right.
Nah, you gotta have it all up here. You know what I'm saying? No joke. The best way is writing it out. You know what I'm saying? When you get it, you know. And if you gotta stick with it, if you don't stick with it, you're gonna forget it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna forget it.
I mean, that's just like anything in life. You don't stick with something, you're gonna get rusty at it. You're gonna forget how to do certain things. It's the same thing with this alphabet. So for those, you know, brothers that have sadly dropped their swords, and, you know, they leave the truth and they stop practicing this alphabet right here, they're no longer gonna know how to speak our ancestors' ancient tongue.
You know what I'm saying? Come back in there like, man, was that not a word back in the day? Nah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah.
It's like Trooper Mawat, we're gonna be getting into that after the alphabet. So we'll be going over connectors.
Right.
I'll say, and another great way for you to learn how it is to connect your words is to tune into the Sabbath service and follow along whenever it is a brother is reading Hebrew, because you'll see like, okay, this character right here is by its, you know, it's left alone, that one's left alone, and these two connect. But the connectors are usually at the end of a word. It's very rare that it'll be it's like that it won't be at the end of a word. But we'll be getting into it.
And also,
Go ahead.
when you breaking down them, when you reading that blue letter Bible on the Sabbath, man,
There you go.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta know that stuff. Man. That stuff no joke. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know it. You gotta know these letters. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely can't just jump into it.
Right.
So when you jump into it, brother's gonna be like, for time's sake, I'm gonna take over and we're gonna, you know, keep going through.
Right. God.
Did you get all that, brother?
Yeah, I got a question.
Go ahead.
It's not really a question, but something I'd like to share though.
But speak up a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Salaki. It's just something I'd like to share, but I'd like to get your input on it too, as far as like when I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I used to get bored, and I'm wondering if it's something like spiritual, because I would get bored and I would draw symbols, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it would resemble stuff like that, like the Ka and the Ga and the Da. I used to write all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious, man. Like, I got a pair of pants at the house where I still do it to this day. It's like I got a little symbol. I just write little symbol, you know, not knowing, just doing it, you know, just be doing something. Like, it's on my it's on some pants I got right now, like the Da and the Ka.
Mm-hmm.
That symbol is on the pants. That you know, and I not even knowing what I'm doing, you know, just, and I've been doing this since like 8th grade. And I just would just, you know, on my work assignments, whatever. When I get done with, I get bored, and I just draw, little symbols or something.
Right.
And it resembles stuff like this.
Most high Christ. Yeah, it's definitely all spiritual.
Yeah.
You understand? We're definitely a spiritual people. Saying, and we definitely, our people, really all people have lived past lives, and some people remember certain things. So, I mean, that's really what it all boils down to.
Right.
I said, but I'll get with a man above me, see if I can find any scriptures on that particularly.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know what the word for it is. I don't know, they say nostalgic or something. I don't know what you would say, but just seeing the symbols and it just made me think back to that.
Mm-hmm.
It just made me think back to being young, just not knowing,
Right.
Like that sigh. I used to do that all the time.
Right.
Just a line, put little lines through, and then build off of it, triangle or something, or a circle with a line through, just not even knowing.
Right.
And if I could,
that's how I write my that's how I write my Z's. I write my Z's with a line through it.
Right.
Not like angle like that, but you know what I'm saying? When I write a Z, I put a line through it.
Most high Christ. What'd you have come for?
I forgot. But most definitely it's spiritual, you know what I'm saying?
God.
Straight up, Yeah. Another thing I was going to say, just keep coming more, you know what I'm saying? They can send you the email where they got the Hebrew letter. They send you this. You see this right here?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
What is that called, other one?
Lashawan Qadash.
What, the chart, the Lashawan chart, or it's called Lashawan Qadash?
Say it again.
The Lashawan Qadash chart.
Lashawan Qadash. It's all up there.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that is.
And what Lashawan is holy, Qadash is tongue. So our language is called the holy tongue. Because that's what the Lord speaks.
Right.
You're saying that's what the angels speak to one another.
Right. We actually speak Hebrew. Yahweh stuff like that. We actually speak Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? You get the generals in there, man. They give you a whole sentence in Hebrew and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
And how you spell Lashawan Qadash is right to the right of like the English pronunciation of it.
Yeah, I know how to spell it. I watch some of y'all classes online. I watch Across the Line every Thursday.
Right. What's that? Great.
That's my shit. Across the Line, man.
Right.
Slaughtering dudes on there.
Every day. Body bags.
Yeah.
That's it. You can go ahead and erase that from the
Come.
Yeah, I tied too. I tied today.
Most high Christ.
Use the cash out.
I'm saying it helps build the nation.
Right. Most
brothers do the work in order to build the nation.
Yeah, I usually tie it to the cash out or the Haiti relief, the Haiti thing.
Mm-hmm.
That one on the cash out too.
And if I could, other one, the Lord will bless you with that. Like Captain Qadash, that's one brother, man, he'll play big on ties.
Right.
I remember when he just had his truck. Now you see when he pull up, he got the trooper moving.
Yeah.
He was praying for that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit. Boy.
That's one thing, they drill that in you when you coming out the Christian church. They drill them ties in you. I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing. That's probably the only thing good I got out of that. The discipline of paying tithes. Hey, they own you about getting their money.
So the one thing is though, Christian church, they'll completely rob you of all your money with their tithes.
Yeah, man, I was paying. I'm sorry to cut you. I know you speak over. I was paying tithes at a church, my home, church I grew up in, paying tithes all my life.
Mm-hmm.
I was young, probably about like 20-something, 22, 23. Was real down bad, needed help on the bill. Act like they couldn't help me pay my electricity bill, man. I'm like, I've been paying tithes to this church, my mama, her mama, and y'all ain't got like 150 to help me on my electricity bill. My lights about to get cut out. Man, that church is crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Christianity, it's not really for the people. It's all about the pastor.
Yeah.
Which is why you can see them driving around in all these expensive cars, why they live in these big ass houses while the people are living on the streets.
Struggling.
You come to them and ask for just a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a crumb of what it is that they get, and it's like you're a stranger to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're like, nigga, who is you?
Man, I stopped going to church since.
Keep praying.
Because of that.
Right.
Right.
and most high in Christ that you did. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church is the house of Satan. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but wickedness in there, being taught by a wicked bastard. And Paul, you didn't even let me tell you to go ahead and move on to the Syrian Hebrew.
Hey, Shalom, you want to start over? Nah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, so
Go.
the brother's going to move on to the Syrian Hebrew, which the characters had to change for our language due to the oppression that we were under from the Assyrians. You know, so if they kind of speak in our language, they would, you know, burn out your tongue, cut it out. They'd knock out all your teeth. They'd burn out your eyes. Do anything that they could in order to get us to simply leave our native tongue alone, to, you know, leave that as a thing in the past while adopting their own language. But instead of doing that, you know, Israel being hard-headed, you know what I'm saying, we said to hell with that, and we kept at our language, you know what I'm saying, our customs, our culture. So just like in America, you know what I'm saying, whenever we were slaves, and you can go ahead and keep writing, come apart. I see you cheating while I'm talking.
Nah, I just keep getting, because it's wild, I don't want. Just keep making it looking funky. You know what I'm saying?
No sweat. But just like in America, whenever slaves were caught reading the Bible, you understand, and not what it is that our oppressor gave us. You know, our oppressor gave us just a thin little booklet of scriptures he handpicked out of the whole Bible, and he gave it to us for us to read. But when we read the Bible as a whole, and we start understanding scriptures, I'm saying that's something that our oppressor has feared since, shoot, I'm saying, damn near the dawn of time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when we did these things, our oppressor would sit there and burn our eyes out, cut them out, do anything that he could in order to instill some type of fear into the nation of Israel to get us to just leave our heritage behind. You know what I'm saying? And with this Christianity that all of us have come up under, or Catholics, it's like the Catholic Church, which is the same thing. A lot of our people have simply cast our heritage to the side. So we said, to hell with that. I want to sit here and believe in what America believes. I want to follow after all these different heathen nations.
And notice, you know, you got in the Syrians, you got the chi between the word, or two letters, and you got the end of a word. You know what I'm saying?
Some part. He's still trooper, no?
Come.
No, he's well. For that bottom line, though, erase the no EUVJO.
Come.
You can wait till you get there.
like, I want to know what you think.
What's that? That's it. You said it. Now you know. What am I thankful for?
Perfect. Like, you know what? Not like. But then I just do. I keep getting that wild one mixed up. It's been a while since I wrote the wild. So for some reason, it still looks funky to me. I don't feel like it.
Yeah, it's more of straight down instead of.
You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know what it is. For some reason, I don't know what it is. Still looking funky.
Yeah, put it instead of how you're angling it, put it a little bit more straight down. Like, cause if you read it in the Blue Letter Bible, yeah, it's gonna be looking something like that.
For some reason, it just keep looking funky. For some reason.
And the top of your Zah, you angle it the wrong way.
The Zah?
Yeah. You gotta angle it the other way. Next to the Wah. Next to the Wah.
The Zah?
Yeah. Zah.
Oh, that's up there. Oh, it's like, I know, you know, the medium T.
Yeah, it's just remedial the other way.
Is that the one?
I'll take it. I only say I take it based off handwriting, you know?
Right.
Make your saw more of a circle with, you know, a little hook coming out of it.
This one?
Yeah. Because it looks kind of like the mop.
One thing I know it do go straight up, something like that.
You gotta erase that saw, put a circle, and put a hook coming out of it.
Come. Something like that I want?
Yeah, yep, that's a lot better.
Okay. It's like a straight circle, I know it's different than the mop.
Yeah, because you know you can easily get it confused with the mop. Damn, now that confused me for a minute.
He's looking at
yeah,
you know what the like.
For the thaw, on the left side towards the top, put a gap. Yeah, on the line going up and down, remember there's a gap?
This?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, slide. So like it goes in and then comes back out.
Okay.
Shit, for that group, other than that group part, yeah, you know, it was alright.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to say perfect, but it was alright.
I like it. It depends. Great. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
Right. Okay, but this is the Syrian Hebrew. And you'll notice some of these have two characters, like the Pa, the Zah, the Ma. You're saying, and the second character. You know, you do these weird. You did the second character there, second character there. For the like you switched them. G. Go about your business.
Oh no.
You're blocking the view.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But the second characters for these, so this for the Ma, this right here is the second character. For the Na, second character. For the Pa, this one is second, and the Zah, that's the second. The second character will always go at the end of a word. It'll never be, you know, somewhere in the middle, never be at the beginning. If it's not at the end, you'll always use the first character of, you know, these different, you know, characters. It's like, and you'll notice how the characters have changed from the ancient Hebrew to Syrian Hebrew, that how you say them hasn't changed. So for those of our people out in the world claiming to know Hebrew while learning really Yiddish from the Jewish man, throwing all these different letters into the alphabet, adding different characters into, you know, what's supposed to be our alphabet. You understand? If it doesn't look like this, then you do not speak true Hebrew. And you can go and look at all the different artifacts that were found of our ancient ancestors that clearly write out these Hebrew characters. You understand? So you can go look at, for instance, the different artifacts that have been found in America belonging to so-called native Indians of tribe of Gad. You can look at the Los Lunes stone, the Back Creek stone, saying, and all these different things that archaeologists have found with Hebrew writing on them, and it's not going to have these different characters that the Jewish man has sat there and made up, or combined two characters together. It's going to look exactly like either the ancient Hebrew or the Assyrian Hebrew, and how you say them will never change. And most of our people out in the world, that love our oppressors so much, will probably say, oh, well, Jewish man, he was under such oppression, and he just had to, change up how it is that you say these different characters and whatnot. If we never changed up how it is that we write them out, and say them through the thousands of years of oppression that we've been through, it's not going to happen with the Jewish man.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and give the viewers a second. Go ahead and write that down. No, that's what I was saying earlier. That's why I was pointing it out.
I just now noticed that gap. The gap in the thumb.
No, when you read it,
Like how you did it.
no, when you read it on the blue letter Bible, it'll look just like that.
I just got no. It's on there. It's a little gap. See, if you look closer, it's a little. I just now noticed. I always thought it was wrong.
So I can know.
Right.
Yeah, I want to go that far. Like that. Are you talking about the bothering you now? Yeah, you go ahead. That's welcome, bro. So for the viewers, you'll notice how it is for the characters. Never combine like multiple characters together in order to make, you know, I guess you could say like a single, you know, letter in the alphabet. You could say that. You understand? Which the Jewish man, he likes to combine 2, maybe even 3 characters together in order to, you know, make a single one in the alphabet. You understand? But that's never the case in all these artifacts that you can look and go find from North America as well as South America, that you can find written in, you know, all of the caves that our ancestors would escape to in order to keep our traditions. And that's just another, you know, sign that shows you that the Jewish man is not of the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm saying the scriptures will, without a doubt, show you that he's not of the 12 tribes of Israel. And just because he's claiming to be, because he claimed to speak Hebrew, that simply don't make it true. Did you get all that right number?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, you can go ahead and erase that one for me.
Come.
So I want you to write down hate. What are you looking for?
Water.
And then write down Shana'a.
It's like Shah.
Nah.
Shah. Nah.
Yep. Leave yourself enough room to do the ancient Hebrew characters as well as the Assyrian Hebrew characters.
Come.
So under that, write down rescue. And it's Yeshai.
It's like
Yeshai.
yeah. Shah. That's the what?
Get rid of the A. For the show, get rid of the A.
Okay.
Yeshai.
Shah.
Instead of Yeshai.
Okay.
And then beneath that, write down fixed.
Come.
Fixed.
Like
you fixed something. ED.
oh,
It's like I was in speech class, so you know.
it's
And it's Kawan. Yep.
one.
Nah. Kawan.
One.
That says my English that bad?
Nah.
It's like, damn, I need to.
You know, as I would say, it is. That's
Yeah,
right.
right. I need to go back to speech class apparently. So you can go ahead and do the ancient Hebrew as well as the Assyrian Hebrew characters. Don't forget your connectors.
Come. Have it, you know what I'm saying? So like when we make this more like the Pharaoh, right?
No,
Staff. I mean,
look at your wa for fixed. The Syrian.
what?
The wa.
Oh, it's like it. I'm tripping. So like it. Oh,
Nah, G.
what you talking about? It's like it. It's right here.
Oh no, I'm tripping. I was looking at the sluggy. I was looking at the nah.
It's like it. They got quiet. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, fix your nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
More like this, the Pharaoh staff.
Yeah, it's always gonna look like the Pharaoh staff. Like it's not gonna be a straight across or anything like that because we already have characters that look like it.
Right.
Let me review real quick.
See, I haven't ran on across the Nile on the Blue Bible yet. You know, last time we read the
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So
no, yeah, for the Blue Letter Bible, you know, it's a little like it's not as wide as we write it out.
Right.
So it's a little hard to tell apart, but shoot, if they come to the Sabbath services, you'll definitely come across it from afar.
that's like
It said, nah, I ain't with it.
nah, I'm with it. Like,
Most high Christ. No, yeah, that's great from afar. That is great. So hate is Shana'a, rescue is Yeshai, and fix is Kawan. Oh. I was saying for the brother that asked, when do you know when to connect your word? So let's take fix for example. Your connector is always going to come at the end of the word, the last two characters of a word, and you can kind of say it out in your head to give you a gist of if it's right or not. So you sit there and you say Kawan, like that's gonna sound right, but if you say Ko, like Kawana, like that doesn't really sound right when you know actually say it. And even when you go to try to say it, it's gonna, you know, you're automatically gonna be like, oh, this does not sound correct. So, but it's always gonna be at the end of your word. Very rarely is it like hate. I'm saying very rarely is it where you don't connect the last two characters. You understand? And it's like after my train of thought. But it really is, it's as simple as that. And whenever they connect at the end, so these two characters right here, so you got your shy, you'll, like let's say, it's like, we'll go to Kawan. So with them connecting, the last character will always drop the A at the end. So if that answers your question. If not, let me know and I'll try to explain it a little bit better.
Slightly.
Go ahead.
So when it's connected, you gotta drop the A.
Con.
That's the only reason you drop the A?
Yeah, Con, that's the only reason.
Oh, okay.
And it's always gonna be at the end when you drop the A.
Right.
As far as I'm aware of, I've never seen, well, it's like, I'm not gonna say I've never seen it been dropped like in the middle of a word, but it's super rare for it to be dropped like in the middle. It's mostly at the end of a word where you'll drop it. That's why you got to make sure you stay in classes to learn the Hebrew and to read it, because when you sit there and you actually read it, and like when you're saying it out in your head, like it's not going to sound right if you say it, you know, a certain way, and you got certain ways where you'll say it and it'll sound like it's completely correct. So that's why it's important to, you know, learn how to say certain things, to know when it is to connect words, to drop the A's. Understand? Because you could sit there and, you know, study all day without properly knowing how to do things, and you're not gonna get how it is the alphabet is truly supposed to be.
Come.
Oh yeah, come for.
Come.
I say, and connectors are only put on the ancient Hebrew.
Right.
You can go ahead and erase that come for.
Come.
So you write down finish. And next to it, write down kala. Kala. You need an H at the end. Make, so you made the whole word besides the H capital. Make that H capital.
Alright. So like, I don't know what I be doing.
Say
I be doing capital, lowercases.
My OCD be kicking in. And then under that, write down conceal. CEAL. No. You.
Oh, slow.
There, you had that right. And then CEAL. And next to it, write down kasa. Kasa. So do your A.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, was it saying the shot? You know, it's like I heard shot and the word yet.
And then put an H at the end. And underneath that, write down cut. And then next to it, write down karath. Yep. And go ahead and do your characters. Mm-hmm. just do that like under the actual word. Just because that's a little too close.
Right. Okay.
Yep, that's perfect, Kumquat. Yeah. Not to gas you up or anything.
You know what I'm saying?
So we got finish, which is kala, conceal, which is kasa, cut, which is karat. So, and you'll notice the connectors at the end of the word, connecting the last two characters, and 4 set connectors, you drop the A on all these different words.
So I got one.
Go ahead.
You find all these during the week through the Blue Letter Bible, huh?
No, there was a old class posted on the Lashawan Qadash page, and they got the 100 most common used verbs.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, kind of. And
We would send me that link on one.
la.
Slack.
Yeah.
Slack. Only if you could.
Nah, I got you.
No, because I will actually start speaking about it. You know, it, hey, door lock, or hey, lock the door and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. We're getting it. You know what I'm saying?
So you're trying to confuse brothers.
Come.
So you gotta really be studying Hebrew in order to, hear some of brothers saying and understand it. Just like any language, you gotta be studying, Spanish consistently to know what a nigga is saying in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? I ain't studied Spanish since high school, and the Hispanics in my slave be talking, and my head is just bouncing back and forth between them, not knowing the damn thing they're saying to one another. It's the same thing for any other language. Which, brothers in UPK, you should be consistently studying, being able to fluently speak this Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? No matter what your rank is. In order for us to be able to openly talk amongst one another. Especially during, like, let's say, like wartime. You're saying talking to one another where it's supposed to be secret. So that's especially when that Hebrew is going to come, into the peak of its usefulness. Just like whenever, the Gadites or the Navajos were fighting World War II, and saying we were used as code talkers, so that the Germans and the Japanese couldn't understand a damn thing that was being relayed between different, groups, between the forces. So it's the same thing with this Hebrew. The Jewish man sure as hell ain't gonna understand what the hell we're saying. You understand?
He's Yiddish.
Right. He's Yiddish, gibberish.
Right.
So that's what he'd be amounted to.
Come.
You can watch any goddamn video it is they saying that they make, and they speaking straight gibberish.
Right.
I'm gonna give viewers a second to go ahead and write that down. Got any questions? Go ahead and ask them. like Hebrew isn't the most, favorable thing to sit there and try to learn, but if you truly care about not only your history but your culture, I mean, a lot of our people should simply just sit down and study it. Do everything it is that we can in order to learn this language that we used to speak back in the day.
What is Adawan?
Adawan, that means like Lord or Sir. If you think on a militaristic basis, say Adawan is Sir or Lord, and Ak is brother.
How do you spell Ak? Is it ACH or AHC?
AHCH. So I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and write that down for you right now. So Slacky to the viewers.
Hebrew is always written in capital letters.
Oh no, that's just how he writes. But whenever you read it, it'll, like, if you look at the characters, it'll always be from right to left.
Yeah.
Actually, Kumbar, since you're out, come write this down for me.
Come.
So you got me out here lazy. So just write down Ak.
Come.
You should know how to spell that.
How you spell that? I was like,
Mm-hmm.
should I put it in English though first or no?
Just write down the English next to it. So, brother. And go ahead and write down the characters.
Like, I haven't spelled that word in a long time. It's kind of weird.
Right.
Like,
And then under that, write down Adawan.
come.
Which means Sir or Lord. So just put a slash. Yeah.
I ain't know that.
Mm-hmm. And then go ahead and write out the ancient Hebrew as well as the Assyrian Hebrew.
Okay, on both of these?
Yeah, come. If you could, both of the shot.
Come.
So but that's simply all it means, brother.
So I want to show you. One of them I did have this backwards, I think.
So like, what you mean?
I had it backwards, I think, one thing. I think I did like this.
Talking about for the alphabet?
I don't know, no. I'm talking about like one of the words, I think. I don't know.
Oh, for your alphabet?
You know how stuff, no, just like right now. You know how sometimes be funky, I don't know.
It's like, I don't know what you're talking about for.
Yeah, you matter.
What's up? So the Ak, the CH, you use the Ka, and use the connector to drop the A.
Hey, what's that? You know what I'm saying?
Drop the two A's.
Same place. Ka. Ladder.
Yep. You already know, Kumbar. Okay. Don't forget your connectors. I said you even heard the brother say it, and you just said to hell with it.
So why one connector like a smiley face and the other one like a frown?
So the one that's like a smiley face, that's just showing you that these two are connected.
Okay.
And the one that's a frown is showing you that that certain character is by itself.
Oh,
okay. All right.
So, and you only use connectors for the ancient Hebrew, and not the Assyrian Hebrew.
that.
Yep. Yeah, that's perfect.
Now I'm gonna tell them, like, you know, like these are by yourself. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So really, the one that connects the two characters together, not only that, but it'll, for like a bulk of the time, it'll be at the end of a word. So you got your Adawan, and it'll always be the last two characters that are connected.
Right.
It's very rare that not only does it happen like in the middle of a word, but it's also rare that these last two won't be connected. So that's why it's important for us to learn how it is to read and say the Hebrew. That way, like, you can say it out in your head and you'll know, like, okay, this is the proper way to say this word.
Right, right. Finally got it. That's it.
Yep. That's 12, boy. So you got Ak, which means brother, Adawan, which means Lord or Sir. And so when a brother sits there and says Khan, Adawan Khan, it's basically Sir, yes, sir. Which when you come to U.P.K, you'll be saying Khan, Khan, a lot, unless you're commanding GEN.YAHANNA.
Okay.
So just like any military that's out here in the world, it's nothing different. Give the viewers a second to write that down. Do you have any other questions? No. Actually, for me, go ahead and write down Aqua.
Come.
No, you can use that. It ain't gotta be all black, boy. Ak.
Do because I'm black.
Right.
It's not like that. You know that song, another one.
Mm-hmm. You know what that means, for?
Qadash.
Hey, you already know.
Sister. Oh man, I couldn't believe it. Hey, I couldn't believe it. Hey, so like I was thinking of actually I.S.U.P.K, but that thing, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Almost.
Beat you to it. Go ahead and write down.
Christ.
Go ahead and write down sister for me.
Right. That's how you know he's been watching videos to get it in.
Right.
Most High in Christ. Sister Ultra.
Yeah, you can do it just
Akim, that's the plural. That'd be like brothers, sisters.
Yeah.
For sisters, it's Akwathion. So Akiyum is multiple brothers. Akwathion is multiple sisters. So really, the only thing that changes is from the ma for the brothers, it's to the na for the sisters. And then you got out of one yum, which is multiple men ranked above you.
man. I got me on point.
Most High in Christ. Yep. That's how you write it out for the ancient Hebrew and then the Syrian Hebrew. Simple as that. So you can go ahead and get into the closing announcements. Triple Comport.
Like, when you see that garment, I never noticed that.
I've been noticing since my first day. It's like it. I'm trying to get one made just like that.
Have it made out of blood or one? What kind of animal blood?
That's what my Passover garment is supposed to be like blood. Remember that the one that has the red at the bottom and then red splatter?
Cattle con.
Oh, yeah.
So lucky.
I'm almost offended that you didn't notice it.
Damn, I don't want. Damn.
Actually, I'm offended.
So lucky. You got, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I don't want.
All right.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street Hall, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 through 21. Malachi 3 and 8 through 10 means 10th in Hebrew. Mashariah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. Announce. Oh, it's like Passover, which still to be announced. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf, and with that, a module, which means to rise. Wapangwa Hakwadum, which means turn the face to east. The Lord's Prayer. Abanahu.
Abanahu.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Qadash.
Qadash.
Hayya.
Hayya.
Simka.
Simka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Razayaka.
Ratazayaka.
Hayya.
Hayya.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayya.
Hayya.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Lanaw.
Lanaw.
Lakum.
Lakum.
Ko.
Ko.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakanaw.
Wasalakanaw.
Kabawafanaw.
Kabawatanaw.
Kasalakanaw.
Kasalakanaw.
Kabawafanaw.
Kabawatanaw.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Dabayaw.
Dabayaw.
Bonasaya 1.
Bonasaya 1.
Above.
Above.
Hawshai now.
Hawshai now.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Right.
Right.
Gaya.
Gaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalak.
Hamalak.
Wala'ala.
Wala'ala.
Ratpat.
What the power.
La'alayum.
La'alayum.
Aman.
Aman. The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father.
Our Father.
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done
thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
B'Hashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushai,
Babakashah,
Babakashah,
Nathamanahu,
Nathanael,
Hakat,
Hakak,
Hakat,
Hakak,
Rapapah,
Larafah,
Karmakalah,
Kal Makalah,
Wakar Madawa,
Wakal Madawa,
Hakat,
Hakak,
Latahar,
Latahar,
Hamatazarayim,
Hamatazarayim,
Hakat,
Hakak,
Laquathium,
Lahakim,
Hamathium,
Hamathium,
Hakat,
Hakak,
Arakawat,
Arakawah,
Hatama'ala,
Atama'ala,
Lagarshon,
Lagarshon,
Bashim,
B'Hashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushai, the Waraman. The prayer for the power in the English. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushai,
in the name of Yahushua,
please give us the power,
please give the power
to heal,
to heal
all manner of sickness,
all manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to raise the dead,
the power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
the power against unclean spirits,
to cast them out,
to cast them out,
in the name of Yahushai.
and Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushai.
Wam Yaka'ala.
Wam Yaka'ala.
Wa Alahayim.
Walahayim.
Matazayah.
Matazab Yah.
Alawat Yahanna.
Alawat Yahanna.
Ha-Alawathium.
Ha-Alawathium.
Ha-Sarayim.
Ha-Zaranyum.
Ha-Kwatasayanyum.
Ha-Kwatasayanyum.
Ha-Kayayanyum.
Ha-Kayayayum.
Wahakwathian.
Wahakwathian.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
The Waraman.
The Waraman. The prayer for the blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Anointing prayers in Hebrew. Yabaraka.
Yabaraka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Washamaka.
Wayishamaka.
Yar.
Yar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Ayakamka.
Ayakamka.
Wayakam.
Wayakanka. Wayakamka. Yashar.
Yashar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Ayanka.
Ayanka.
Wayashim.
Wayashim.
Lakap.
Lakap.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahusha.
Yahushai.
Barak.
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 Rapa.
Rapa.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Name your no, go ahead.
All the children of Israel.
No.
Oh,
All right, go ahead.
All of the children of Israel. The McClatchy family. The McClatchy family.
The Nix family.
The Nix family.
The Young family.
The Young family.
The Cannon family.
The Cannon family.
All the destroyed of Israel.
All the children of Israel.
Done.
All the children of Israel.
It's like, you got a family you want to name off?
I'm fine, sir.
Go ahead, move
Bashim.
on.
Bashim.
Yahusha.
Yahushai.
The water Amun.
The water Aman. The anointing prayers in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Make his face shine upon thee.
Make his face shine upon thee.
And be gracious unto thee.
And be gracious unto thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
And give thee peace.
And give thee peace.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
The name of loved ones we just named.
Name of love was his name.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are ye, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to get to the school.
That refuse to get to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into that sanctuary.
To enter that sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
And the nation.
And the drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology. Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Every nation.
Every nation.
Skinhead.
Skinhead.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus.
The gay movement.
Gay movement.
The lesbian
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marine.
Marine.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
The cable access channel.
Cable access channels.
And the radio channel.
The radio channels.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit.
Of any of thy people.
Of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us. and bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction
To all the heathen.
to all the heathen
That stand in the way.
that stand in the way
Or try to stop us.
or try to stop us
From broadcasting your word.
from broadcasting your word
Throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro
Through the earth. And consume them.
consume them.
Let the plagues.
Let the plague
Shake the house of the thief.
shake the house of the thief
And the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine.
Let your house shine.
Michael
Michael
and Gabriel.
and Gabriel
Come down with the flying saucers.
come down with the flying saucers
And punish all the heathen
and punish all the heathens
that come up against us.
that come up against us
As we speak thy word.
and we speak that word.
Cause it to be known
Cause it to be known
by all.
by you.
That is the angels that have done it.
That is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread
Cause it to be spread
through the media.
to the media
Throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause that shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh shine.
Now shine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always.
Always.
So be it.
So be it. Son, what you mean turn and face the teacher? Turn. Like turn. Turn and face the teacher. Man of Israel. Man of Israel. Amon Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh. Barak. Yahweh Shalom Shabbat.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakathum.
That's the Matat. Oh, Shalom.
So, walking through the sleep.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Bahashim.
Hashem,
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah,
Barakatah.
Barakatah.
So what you said was Lord or God, watch over thee in the name of Christ.
That's the Matat. Curse you to the sisters. Men of Israel. Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shema Arathon by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Shemar.
Shema,
Athon
Athon,
by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem, Yahweh Shah.
So it's like I actually got that mixed up. So I said before, it's Lord or God, watch over thee in the name of Christ. That's for the sisters. And for the brothers, it's Lord or God, bless thee in the name of Christ. For the brothers. Swag.
That's the Matat. Clap Tishmish. Good work, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it. Oh, do that again? I don't want it.
Like that.